们镇就有2000多，我们镇呢大概会有700人吧，一般呢都得就我们镇呢今年呢都是到广东去打工的，我就比较呢我们比较老年人的主题现在兄弟从干些了。
Mile after mile of factories, dormitories, apartment blocks, and new office towers line the tracks for the one-hour train journey between Shenzhen and Guangzhou. Here, just across the border from Hong Kong, began Communist China's great experiment in capitalism. Now, 30 years into this transformation, the map of world trade has been redrawn, and in global manufacturing, the benchmark price, the lowest you can pay to get something made, has become known as the China price. From the outside of these hundreds of thousands of factories, it's hard to tell how this success has been achieved, and even harder to tell at what cost. Over the past 3 decades, 200 million people have moved from tiny towns in the Chinese countryside to big cities on its coasts. 40 million of them ended up along this strip in southern China. They live 12 to a room in dormitories and work in factories for 11, 12, 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. Many are still teenagers living hundreds of miles away from their families. They make our clothes, our computers, our cell phones. Life in these factories is a struggle for survival. Western companies come to China to save money, and they pressure their Chinese suppliers for lower and lower prices. Chinese factories do whatever it takes to keep their customers happy. Sometimes it means lying to their customers. Other times it means farming out work to unregistered shadow factories that cut corners on quality, safety, and labor rights. This kind of deception is so common today that we have no guarantee where and how many of the goods we buy are actually made. The pursuit of ever lower prices also has a human cost. More than a dozen people die every day from a devastating lung disease commonly known as black lung or silicosis. Hundreds of thousands of people in China are now dying every year from the health effects of environmental pollution, much of it caused by the country's manufacturing sector. In parts of China, there is only acid rain. Residents there know no other kind. All of this can be directly linked back to our hunger for the best bargain, for the $3 t-shirt, the $30 DVD player. This area north of Hong Kong is changing fast. Factories are closing down by the thousands, unable to provide the same low prices as wages and other costs start to rise. The story doesn't end there, though. Though they're closing in southern China, these factories will reopen in another country eager to become part of the global supply chain. There's no shortage of poor, hungry farmers who'd like to make cell phones for the rest of the world.
Zhou Litai is a lawyer who also came from a poor peasant family. He arrived in Shenzhen in 1995 and immediately began taking on workers' compensation cases.
1986年参加全国第一批律师考试，取得律师资格，现在为重庆开县司法律师事务所律师。从1997年1月到现在为止，我先后受理了500多单，就是500多件工伤案子，就断手的工伤案子。这些工伤的事故的原因主要是以下方面，第一是机器设备陈旧落后，有些工厂的机器已经是在台湾、香港甚至是韩国20年代生产已经报废的机器。所以第一是机器设备陈旧落后。第二是这些工人进工厂没有进行必要的坑前培训，而国家明确规定对哪一种工种进厂必须进行岗前培训，并且要取得上岗证，就是没有进行岗前培训，这是第二点。第三一点就是长期的加班加点，造成工人的身体素质下降。在深圳的整个工人上班，一般都在12小时以上，绝对没有8小时。第四就是政府的监管不力。政府呢，就是我刚才已经讲了，要引进外资，发展经济。那么对劳工目前是供大于求这个市场，就忽悠了监管不力的因素。以上4个方面就是造成事故的根本原因。
Britain, the United States, and Japan have all gone through periods of enormously rapid industrial growth, and many of them in the course of that have ended up leaving a legacy of pollution that they have subsequently needed to clean up. China has a different situation. It's going through an industrial revolution of its own, which in some ways is happening in a more compressed time frame than those other great powers in history. But it's also got pollution on a scale that those other great powers never quite experienced. There are hundreds of thousands of people in China who are dying every year from pollution-related diseases. The only larger cause of death in China now than pollution-related diseases is smoking.
16 of the 25 most polluted cities in the world are in China.